spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. And off we go from SoFi. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That's complete. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
7-yard pickup.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down,
11 yards
Seahawks.
on the connection there. First down, Seattle.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Rams nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 19.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Back deep for Seattle, Torrey Horton. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 37 yards.
A big play for Seattle. 37 yards.
Paid for this?
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1st and
A
goal,
big
Seattle.
play for Seattle. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Walker. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss
Brings
was
up
definitely
second
not
and
something they
goal
had accounted
at
or
the
budgeted
Rams'
for in
3-yard
this
line.
spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. One more time with Walker. And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now the
Jason
point after
Myers
drop
for the extra
from
point.
Myers. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14 to nothing. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Rams offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They go play action with Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Man in motion is Smith. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Yards on the play.
They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, LA.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
He was taken down by Boye Mafe. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw is Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another
Second time they've hooked up
Rams
on this drive.
first
This
down.
one good for 12.
First
and a
10
first
at
down.
the 19-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
That's another Rams first down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop. Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down.
Really nice decision-making here. Brings up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Stafford. That one, taken in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Seahawks 14. Rams 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10.
The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Now, Darnold. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Kobe Turner in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Shaheed in motion. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. As we are ready to get back underway. Throwing, Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and Now he's going to bring up third and real long.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Sam Darnold scrambles from the pocket.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On play action, it's Stafford. Working across the field, Nacua has it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tyrese Knight on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second down and 2. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Man in motion is Smith. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A loss of 1.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Third and 11. from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw across his body is complete. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
Rams first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second and goal.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Tyler Higbee, touchdown Rams.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold to throw. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls in Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He's going to have the first down and then some. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
First down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
To throw again is Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon.
And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
14.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's good.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
A 1st down throw for Stafford. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Play action, Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. 3rd down, 3 to go. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Seahawks.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll try to run for it. Thought that one might have had a chance for a second there, but not to be. It's a pickup of 8, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Rams offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on second down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
A gain of 17
Great timing
yards.
to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
And that first down was huge for this
49-yard line.
offense. Now they can take together before we hit the halftime break.
First down, Stafford. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10
Nice
at the
chunk here in this
35-yard line.
good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. The Rams use their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out down to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. From
the 31, here's second and 5. They put Adams in motion. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On play action, it's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Devin Witherspoon, the Pro Bowl corner, in on the blitz that time. He records the sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford taking a shot downfield for Smith. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. Here's Horton. And he'll get forward for a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 47-yard line.
3rd down and 9. Here's Darnold. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Seattle.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw again is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Huna 4 in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Darnold now to throw. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. Well, they'll get some of the sag yardage guys, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That one working up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. The motion man is Nakua. They go play action with Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Adams. And he will score. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will tie this game at 24.
24-24.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 62 yards.
First down.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Darnold. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a pitch to Walker, and he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will go up by 7.
Seahawks 31, Rams 24.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get across the 20, broke him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own
Kyron Williams
23-yard
and the
line.
Rams offense ready to get back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have
He was
even lost
taken
a
down
yard there.
behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Rams 1st down.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
The motion man is Nakua. Second down, it's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap to Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 8
They
yards
got there
to
in
go.
a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throw on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
51-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Kobe Turner in there to drop us. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba there for the catch. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
To Jackson Smith and
17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10 now from the 36. On the bootleg, it's locked. That one swung out wide to Walker. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Shotgun run now with Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. It's complete. He's got Cup. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He takes off. And he's got the 1st down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Now, Darnold. The ball comes out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
by the offense.
They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. They'll go play action with Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain or two. Good enough for the first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Adams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's a big one. This third down. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. Rams use their third and final timeout. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Again, it's Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
It is 2nd and a yard. Stafford to throw again. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
At the 23-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.